We have 4 major bills that have now been acted on by both houses. Both houses have enacted ethics reform bills that are strong bills. Both houses have enacted pension reform bills.
Mm-hmm.
The Senate on the pension reform goes further than the House in terms of applying it to more people, but they address basically the same list of issues.
Mm-hmm.
Transportation reform, which is also in a lot of ways mainly a pension and labor issue. You can move the boxes around, but the things that people are really fighting about is how do you treat T pensions and T health care for the MBTA. That's the biggest single issue. And then there's also issues about how whether you merge the different unions in the turnpike and so forth. But so ethics, pension, transportation, and then of course the budget itself. All of these bills have been acted on by both branches in different ways. So now you have these conference committees. And above the conference committees, you've got the Speaker and the Senate President. And you've got maybe a dozen issues in each one of those conference committees, and it's one big deal. At the end of the day, it's going to be one big deal between the House and the Senate. And you're not going to see any of those things come out until there's a rough understanding about all of those things. And then you'll see them come out one by one. And I expect you to see them in the order reform before revenue. Right? Because everybody embraces
well, that's what
that
you
principle.
like to believe would happen, reform before revenue.
Absolutely.
But I haven't really seen that happening much.
Well, what you have, this is the thing that's, it's a process, right? So it's a pipeline. So the first thing that's gone into that pipeline is reform, reform, ethics reform, pension reform, transportation reform. Now, nothing's come out of the pipeline yet. And now you have revenue also in the pipeline.
So you're saying that soon there might be a reform come out.
Reform, and then revenue is what you're going to see in terms of the pipeline. It went in that way, it's going to come out that way out of the pipeline. People all want to do that. That's what you're going to see.